Good morning, everyone. It is January 22nd, 2015. I'm Jean Salch, also known as Jean of Divine Healer. I am a healer of multiple dimensions, which means past, present, and future. And together with the Ascended Masters, we make healing blessing water. So if you want to get all your water ready, your glasses or your water bottles, we will be blessing the water once we bring on Block Talk in 30 minutes. I have mine right here, so I'm all ready. So during the session, during the show, you may notice at times that my voice might drop down to a lower monotone. And when that happens, please know that it is because the Ascended Masters are speaking through me. So I'd like to take a moment to invite the Ascended Masters. I'd like to invite the grandmothers of the four directions. And I'd like to invite all the angels in angelic realm and archangels. Okay. So at 10:28, we'll be taking a short break while I call into Blog Talk. And for those of you who are watching live, if you want to call in, you can write down that number. It is 347-989-8446. So today we're talking about God. My hands are on the wheel. Now you drive. Whoops. So many people, because of programming, will allow themselves to overthink and worry. They'll let thoughts swirl and swirl around in their head, constantly replaying and replaying the same words, which will consume your day and your nights, and takes away from other things that you could be enjoying. What are some of the things that may run through your thinking mind? Well, this is just a short list, and I'm sure there are many more out there. And we've all done it. I've done it in the past myself. It takes practice to not let things race in your head. Should I speak up? What should I wear? Can my body and emotional mind handle anymore? Am I good enough? Will I get the job? Why is this person behaving like this? My partner is in the service. Will they return? My GPS is not working. I am lost. So if you have racing thoughts, at some point you will need to look at those fears and see what the root of those fears are so that you can heal and release them. Because you are worthy. You're worthy to be happy and healthy and joyful and to have everything that your heart desires. That is for your highest good. I'm going to give you two examples. And the first example is, will I get the job? Possibly, and a lot of people will do this, hours before their job interview, they will allow certain words to race through their thinking mind, such as, and I'm going to give you some examples, and I'm sure there are many more. Will they like me? Will I get hired? So many people are applying for this job. I need the money. I need this job. And when we race and allow these thoughts to constantly play through our mind, our thinking mind, first of all, it causes you stress and worry that is unnecessary. The second thing is that it will put up an insecurity block energy that you will be putting out in your energy field. What we think, what we say, how we feel projects outward in our energy field. So you're on your way to your interview, or you're sitting there waiting for your interview, and you have all these things racing through your head that is taking you out of the focus of confidence and security. Well, first, take 3 big breaths. Now, call in your power, and you can do this silently inside your head. What you would say is, I'm calling back all my power that I just gave away over stressing over this job interview. So I'm calling back all my power now, and I want it returned to me. And I'm going to breathe it in 7 times. I'm getting empowered as I do this. Now, once you've done that, that will bring you back into a more self-empowered space. And remember, you are capable of getting hired for this job, and you are worthy to have this job. Now, if for some reason you don't get this job, please know that it's not personal. It's just that God is really driving the outcome. So you need to be patient and loving with yourself. And if you get the job, great. That's even more exciting and better. So, another example that you might have your mind racing around your head is if you have a medical condition and you have certain decisions that you need to make, such as, should I have this surgery? Should I seek out a second opinion? Can I handle this operation or this transplant? Will I get a donor if we're talking about a medical condition that needs a donor? Well, first of all, please stop and breathe 3 times. And the reason why I'm asking you to breathe these 3 times is so that you will shift your attention from the racing in your mind of the scary facts that are unknown at this point, possibly. And because by taking 3 breaths, it shifts you. So you're going to take 2 more breaths. And then call back your power. Call back your power and breathe it in 7 times. Now, you're in a space where you can sit down and you can look at all the information that all the medical staffs have given you. You can also look at all the holistic alternative methods that you have researched. And you can sit down and you can weigh the pros and cons and make your decision clearly for your highest good. And don't let outside people influence you unless they are supporting you for the positive outcome for you. People sometimes would like to make our decisions for us, but the reality is that we have free will and we need to make our decisions all on our own and then let God drive our vehicles, because God knows where we're going. Sometimes we don't. So we just joyfully go through it. Excessive worry, as you know, will cause your mind to overstress and make you sick. Could make you sick to the point where you add more dis-ease to your body. It can give you a headache. It can cause you to have stomach cramps. It can give you diarrhea or constipate you. It can manipulate your day, which takes away from so many joyful experiences that you could be having. It could also cause you to not sleep well. How many times do people get into bed and they're racing in their mind about their day, or they're worried about something that they have to do tomorrow, and tomorrow hasn't come yet? It's more important for you to be in the moment. So, God, the Creator, is the one who's really in charge of the outcome. So, if you can use this practice, I promise you, the more you practice, the better you will get at silencing your mind. It took me a lot of practice, and I can get there now. And what I do is what I simply just told you. I take 3 big breaths to bring my focus attention back to myself. And then I call back my power and I breathe it in 7 times. Now, the reason why I'm suggesting 7 times, excuse me, is because if anybody knows about your chakras and where they are, our chakras get stuck for various reasons and jammed, and then they won't flow and spin right. And when we stress over things, such as racing things in our minds, then we will cause our chakras to start slowing down and get clogged and stuck. And if we race these same thoughts over and over and over again, such as, excuse me, one of my examples was I have a partner who's in the service, and they're in battle wherever the war is. And I'm worried, are they going to come back? Are they going to come back? If they come back, are they going to be the same? Will our relationship still be as joyful and happy? I hear so many stories about service people committing suicide. I hear so many stories about service people coming back permanently injured, whether with their bodies or their minds. What will my partner come back to be like? I haven't heard from my partner in 3 weeks. I usually get an email or I'm able to Skype with them. Are they okay? Are they safe? First of all, people who make the decision to pledge their life of service in the form of military make that decision because for them, their free will, that they're doing what they think is best for them. So we support all people of service, at least I do. And because they don't choose to go to war, they just choose to help defend our country and other countries. So what that person would do is the same thing. Breathe in 3 times to get their attention back to themselves. And then breathe in their power 7 times. and know that all will be well, that you can pray for them every day and see them coming home to you healthy in a physical manner with little damage to their emotional, mental mind. Because I don't care who you are. Well, yes, I erase. I don't mean that I don't care. What I mean is, regardless if you're a man or a woman and you choose to go in this service, on some level you will be altered emotionally just from everything that you deal with. And I pray that you all who return get lots of help. And I know that there are services out there where you can get free Reiki healing. In fact, I helped start a free Reiki healing at the Veterans Hospital in Vermont, which I believe is still going successfully, which is great. So, moving on here. We are all also in control of all our words and our actions. Use your free will that feels right to you. Don't let anyone sway you with their opinions. Do what feels right to you. Then you're able to make a clear decision. And remember, your hands are on the wheel. Let go and let God, the Creator, drive. Because at that point, you've done your best. You've done all your research. You've done your interview perfectly. And really, what does it matter what you wear on that first date? Because as long as you're clean and you feel good about yourself and you have self-love and self-acceptance, whoever you're meeting for that encounter, whether it be a date or an interview, you are going to rock and you are going to do well. Because when we are our true, authentic selves, and we come from a place of self-love and self-acceptance, we really shine. So, what are some tools that you can do? Well, I've already mentioned 2. You can take a few deep breaths, call back your power 7 times, and then breathe in your I am presence. A lot of people are still waking up to their divinity and their gifts, and they're knowing that they are very powerful creators. I mean, after all, we are made in the image of God, and Jesus has told us that we can do what he can do and more. So everybody can channel like I'm doing, and everybody can do healings, and everybody can receive messages from the divine. It's a matter of exercising that muscle. And the more you exercise that muscle, the stronger you get at it. And the more you allow yourself to go into meditation. And I know there's a lot of people out there, and I was one of them years ago, where I would have so many things racing through my mind that I could not meditate unless I was being guided by a guided meditation. And now, after years of practice, I can sit and I can still my mind and just be and allow and focus on my sacred heart and my universal mind. I like to work through my universal mind versus my regular mind, because then I'm coming from a place of grace, humbleness, and the greater good for all. I believe that it takes all of us to change the world, working together without competition, all being on the same page, that it's all for the greater good. And that starts inside us. So remember What you think and what you say you create. Allow yourself to think self-love. Allow yourself to think self-acceptance and self-worth. Each time your shadow ego comes up and starts racing those things in your mind and overtakes your thoughts and causes you more stress and worry, know that you have done everything that you can possibly do. Go over your checklist. Have I researched? Have I gotten all the facts? Have I really been told the truth? Okay, if this has to do with a fear that is coming up inside you, that such as if you're stressing about whether or not you're going to get that job, then you need to work on more self-worth and more self-acceptance. If you're struggling through a health crisis decision, you can remember that you are worthy to be cared for in the most gentle, loving way, with respect and honor. I've seen so many people in the nursing field, whether they're men or women, in hospitals, that not all of them, but some of them, that should not be nurses and caregivers. And it's because they don't have enough self-love and self-worth for themselves to genuinely take care of another human being in that way. There was a time when I had a job where I was taking care of an elderly woman at this facility, which is like a old Victorian home that has been restored for people who are elderly and cannot live on their own, whether they just can't live on their own or they have illnesses. And I was taking care of this woman, and I had the day shift. So that night she ended up in the hospital. So when I went to work that day, I went to the hospital to be with her. And while I was there, I was having lots of conversations with her, and I was doing Reiki on her because she liked when I did Reiki on her, and I would hold her hand and have conversations with her that she would be okay, regardless if this was her time to go or not. And it was all in God's hands. Anyway, throughout the day, there was this one nurse who was her nurse for the day, for that shift, who kept coming in and out, you know, at appropriate times for medication, to check vital signs. And this nurse, and I'm not going to say whether they're a man or female, this nurse would had said to me, "Wow, you're really being nice to this person." And I looked at this nurse because first I was a little surprised that they had even said that. And I said, well, this person is a human being and they're very frightened right now and they deserve love and respect. And I would like to hope that if I'm ever in this condition when I'm elderly, that there will be somebody taking care of me or sitting by my side that will give me love and support and nurturing and not make me feel like I am a burden. There's lots of people out there in the medical field that will do that to you. And possibly they could be overstressed and underpaid and not enough staff. That's possible too. So we are going to do a meditation, but we're going to wait until we come on to Blog Talk. And the number for those who are listening on video is area code 347-989-8446. And we love call-ins. So if you'd like to call in, that would be awesome. I'm just looking to see what was else on my list here. my GPS is not working and I'm lost. I like that one. I thought that was pretty funny. And because that's happened to me, I know that I recently got a new one, so it should be in working order now. But I know that GPSs, even when they're new, will take you to the ocean or to a river or a lake, and it will be telling you, continue straight, or make a right-hand turn. And you're laughing because, or at least I hope you're laughing because I laugh about it. And I'm saying, I can't go straight. If I go straight, I'm going to end up in the water, or I'm going to end up in the ocean. Or if I make a right-hand turn, I'm going to turn into a building. So what I suggest for those moments, besides taking a breath and regaining your sense of humor and your power back, is try turning around and see what your GPS takes you, where your GPS takes you from there. And I have gotten in the habit now of carrying a map with me, an atlas of all the states, so that if my GPS does not work at any moment, I can take out my map. And I know it's the old-fashioned way, but I still believe the old-fashioned way is the best way. The GPSs help with not having to look down to look at your directions. But if you make your directions large enough, you should be able to quickly see them and safely drive, even if you need to pull over. So, when your GPS in your mind starts racing all of those thoughts, remember, your hands are on the wheel. You have your free will to turn around and make the decisions that are for your highest good, and then let God drive. Another perfect example on that is when I've gone places, my GPS will take me the same route. And then every once in a while, it will take me a different way. And the first time this happened, I said, okay, what's wrong with my GPS? Why is it taking me this way? It's never taken me this way before. I always go this other way. So my first thought was, okay, it's not working right. But then I did my 3 breaths and I said to myself, perhaps God, the divine, wants me to go this way. And as it turns out, it's always that way. And like an example, I was crossing over the New York mountains one day, and instead of going one way, my GPS took me another way. And I said, okay, you want me to go this way? Could you please give me some clues on why you would want me to go this way? And one of the grandmothers of the 4 directions came in and they said, we would like you to open up a lighted gateway because a lot of your ancestors, and not my personal ancestors, but our ancestors who lived on this land are struggling and having a hard time with finding the light to the Great Spirit. So there's lots of times when they ask me to do that, and I will do that for them. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just put a big giant candle on the roof of my car, and as I'm driving, I will play Native American music and welcome them all and tell them how honored I am. So we're going to stop for break for just a minute while I call into Blog Talk and get them on board with us. And then have your water ready because we're going to bless the water and we're going to go into a brief meditation. Thank you.
View webpage. To start your show now, press 1 to hear.
Hi, and welcome back. Blog Talk is having some issues, so we're not going to be able to call in Blog Talk right now. And that's okay. So I apologize to all the Blog Talk listeners that wanted to call in and participate, but sometimes things are out of our control. So instead of me stressing about it, I'm going to let it go and let God drive the rest of the show. So I'm trusting that you all have your water ready. I have mine here. And just to remind you, we've been talking about God, my hands are on the wheel, and you're in control. Yes, we use our free will. And then at that point, we turn it over to the Creator. So if everybody has their water ready, if you have a water bottle, please take your cap off. And we're going to charge the cells of your water now. But first, we're going to clear them and cleanse them. Takes an extra few seconds when we're doing everybody's water in the water for future listeners. Water is ready. Okay, you can all drink it now. You will feel the effects anywhere from 0 to 5 minutes. And the Creator God knows what you need. That's for the best. And you will receive the healing that you need, that Creator knows that you need, and blessings. I recently have been making water for someone who has fibro. And what they're noticing is that their pain level is coming down. They can feel their cells regenerating. And I have another woman who has fibro that I've been making water for. And she says that her pain level is coming down and that her head is more clear. So I'm anxious to have a phone conversation with her so I know exactly what she means by that. If I was to say my thinking was more clear, then I would think personally that there was no fog in my head, making me foggy or cloudy. So now that we've done your water, let's do a meditation. And this meditation is going to be for releasing the anxiety and fears that cause you to constantly race these thoughts in your mind that take you off your focus and that can cause you more stress and lack of sleep. And put up blocks, because you don't want to put up blocks. Thinking positive and positive affirmations is what helps the flow. So let's all close your eyes if you choose. And let's take a nice big cleansing breath. And let all your thinking words and mind just float outside for just a few moments. And we're going to breathe in the platinum fire. Breathe in the platinum fire. And exhale into your Earth Star. Your Earth Star is 10 inches below your feet. And let go of those fears. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into your feet chakras and release those fears and anxieties. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into your root chakra. Breathe in the platinum fire And exhale into your sacral. You may feel and notice some shifting in your body. You may also notice some fluttering coming up in your body. Breathe in the platinum fire. Exhale into your navel. We always want to make sure we cover the navel. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into your solar plexus where your diaphragm is. Breathe in the platinum fire. Exhale into your heart chakra. Breathe in the platinum fire. Exhale into your throat chakra. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into the center of your head, affecting the third and fourth eyes. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into your crown chakra. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into your ba, 10 inches above your head, your all-time, all-space chakra. Breathe in the platinum fire and exhale into your monad, 2 feet above, straight above your head. You are divine sacred beings. You have the power to heal anything within you. You have the power to create and manifest your heart's desire. Let's breathe in your I am presence. And exhale into your Earth Star. This is the Immaculate Conception. Breathe in your I am presence. And exhale into your feet. Breathe in your I am presence. And exhale into your root chakra. Breathe in your I am presence and exhale into your sacral. Breathe in your I am presence and exhale into your navel. Breathe in your I am presence and exhale into your solar plexus. Breathe in your I am presence. Exhale into your heart. Let it expand through all 7 hearts. Breathe in your I am presence. Exhale into your throat chakra. Breathe in your I am presence. Exhale into your center of your head, affecting your third and fourth eyes, pituitary and pineal glands. Breathe in your I am presence and exhale into your crown chakra. Breathe in your I am presence and exhale into your bas chakra. Reclaim your I am presence in all your lifetimes. Breathe in your I am presence. Exhale into your monad, your God connection chakra. Excuse me. Many of you who participated in this breathing of your I am presence are feeling your divine truth, your divine essence. You are love. You are powerful creators. You can channel, you can heal, you can create, you can move mountains. All you need is the faith in one little mustard seed. What you think and what you say and what you feel is what you create. I am the Immaculate Conception. We have assimilated and integrated with gene, which makes it easier for us to flow through and speak. So many people want to see change in the world. We all want wars to stop. We want everyone to be fed and housed and clothed. And we all want unity in heaven on earth. You are all the ones that you've been waiting for. We are so proud of all of you. Those of you who are waking up and realizing your truth, we so commend you. We cherish you and we honor you. For you are experiencing in this lifetime the greatest shift in all history for planet Earth, Mother Earth. Many people are opening and working with ley lines and gateways and opening love gateways. Many people are doing honoring ceremonies by themselves and in groups to help, shift the land and the energy. Some people are being relocated for their highest good, for the highest good of humanity, for all. You may be asked to move to an area that you can afford, but outside your house or apartment, you may not feel so safe. Well, perhaps you are there to help shift the energy. Or perhaps you are there to help shift the energy and also for yourself. So that you know that you are making a difference in the world. Every time you smile at another human being, you are honoring everyone. Every time you look in the mirror and tell yourself how proud you are of yourself, how far you've come, yes, how hard you've had to work to get to that place, but how grateful you are that you stood strong and steady. Every time you do that, you are honoring yourself, and you are also honoring the Creator God, and you are honoring all of humanity. When you use the words I am, use those words in a positive manner. Because the words I am represents God, the Creator. So when you use the words I am in positive words, positive thoughts, you are honoring the Creator God and the God self within you. Usually now we would be taking in some phone calls, and that's okay because I have worked very hard at going with the flow and not stressing. Well, what are we going to do, right? We're going to keep on going, and we're going to know that everything happens for a reason, and we're going to know and hope that Blog Talk will be all straightened out and back on next week. So I want to remind you that I do have CDs for sale. They are healing CDs, and they are channeled, communicated by the Immaculate Conception. 2 of them, my Gentle Healing CD and Deeper Healing CD, and that is going through the chakras and healing and releasing. And then the 3rd CD, Weaving in the 4 Divine Sacred Colors, with all the new energies that have awakened and opened since the first harmonic convergence in 1987, and continuously opening our RNA and DNA and waking us up. This CD is communicated by Jesus and the not the Immaculate Conception, Mary Magdalene, who happened to be Jesus's wife, and when he was in body, and it's weaving in the divine 4 sacred colors that will help you. It's like a braid as you do that CD, and it grounds you further with the heart mother crystal in the center of Mother Earth, and the Divine Creator God for continuous upgrading of protection, RNA, DNA opening and awakening, and your gifts and abilities. They're also being, they're also in the process now of being processed into MP3s. So soon on my website, you won't need to order the hard copy CD. You can order it right off my website and download the MP3 right there and then, which is a little faster, especially if you live in another country. My audio, Peace and Comfort, is also available on my website. It is also on SoundCloud. That is also on CD. And I ask for a $10 donation for my CDs to cover the cost. And I appreciate all love donations. Thank you. When I do a healing on someone, I invest a lot of my time with them because my time is valuable and their time is very valuable, just as valuable as mine. And when I personally am doing a healing on someone, I want to hear and listen to whatever it is that they need to vent or share, or what it is that they're struggling with that they want to let go of. And if they're a person who has been traumatized and they don't want to speak, that's okay too, because the divine knows what you need. I am the vehicle. I allow the divine to channel through me, and you also are the healer. And what I mean by that is, since the divine is channeling through me and I am the conductor, and you are the healer per se, because you are, you decide with your free will how much you want to release and let go. So that makes you There we go. We're back. Today must be one of those wacky days, wacky Thursday. Well, what was it, yesterday or Tuesday? I believe it was yesterday. No, Tuesday. We had a super new moon, and Mercury is in retro as of yesterday. So, and Mercury will mess with electronics, and it will also mess with communications. So maybe that's what's going on with Blog Talk, and maybe that's what just happened here with YouTube. So anyway, we're going to wrap things up, and I want to thank you for coming. We again, you can find all my information and on my classes, and you can schedule a healing session at www.geneofdivinehealing.com. I also have lots of healing videos up on YouTube. You'll notice that they change from the very first ones to what I'm doing now, and that's because when I first started, I was channeling and communicating with my eyes closed. And almost 3 years ago now, I was asked to channel with my eyes open. And I was doing a meditation at All Souls Interfaith Gathering in Shelburne. And I believe it was Moses or Abraham came through and said, we want Jean to channel with her eyes open, but she's afraid to because she thinks that she'll drop the channel connection. So all your homework assignments for the week is to look in the mirror and practice that loving yourself and accepting yourself. And Jean's homework assignment for the week is to practice channeling and communicating with her eyes open. So we all had a good laugh with that, and we ended up ending closed up meditation for that day. And the next day I was driving, and divine timing, you gotta love it. I love divine timing. I laugh out loud. It's so awesome. I love it. Even at my hard, painful lessons, I will laugh. And then I'll go in through the pain, and then I'll go in through the release and the healing. So, but anyway, I'm driving down the road and I'm doing 50 miles an hour, and all of a sudden, Joy from the Temple of Devotion comes through and starts talking through me. And I start laughing out loud, hysterically, because she says, Jean, I love her voice and her energy. Joy, will you come in? Joy's here. Okay. Joy came in like this and said, look at you, Jean. You're driving and you're listening to music and you're channeling me. We love Joy. And that was Joy. Joy is 1 out of 3 beings who holds the love in the temple of devotion for the Creator God and humanity. So you can reach me at www.jeanofdivinehealing.com. You can also find me on Facebook. You can find me on Linux, and you can find me on the spiritual networks. And you can also call me at 802-233-7877. I thank you deeply for joining me today. I thank you enormously for your patience and understandings with the technical difficulties of Blog Talk. And I hope that you'll join me again next week. And we have a great show planned for next week. And I'll see you then. In the meantime, remember how divine and sacred you are. Remember, you are powerful creators. You can channel, you can heal, you can do all of this and more. You are love. Thank you.